As Muslims, our lives are hugely influenced by our faith. From how we worship, to the community that we're a part of, to the collective dedication we then show to our religion. The same is true for Muslim athletes whose faith, due to the nature of their careers, is a particularly fascinating topic. We've seen how worship impacts their journeys, how one of the pillars of Islam, being salah, can connect them to God, calm them, and keep them grounded. And as we continue to look at the role Islam plays in the careers of elite athletes, exploring how fasting affects their performances and what the holy month of Ramadan looks like specifically for them, it's crucial to first understand their roles within the global community that bonds us as Muslims together.
What does the concept of Ummah mean to you?
I think family. And then I'm not talking about family at home, of course also, but I mean the Ummah, I think Islamic community, we are one big family.
You have, in one another way, some kind of responsibility towards the people that you have around you.
حققت الحلم من أحلامي إن أنا ألعب في أوروبا. أمي دايما مفكرني إن ماشي أنت وصلت للي أنت فيه، بس أنت في ناس من كل السنين اللي أنت عديت فيها في ناس ساعدتك، والناس دي محتاجة فلوس، محتاجك إنك تساعدهم، بالذات إنك أنت وصلت.
Ummah, it means unity, community. It helps me to feel like we're all one. It makes you feel proud to be a Muslim because you're like we're here and, you know, we're together.
Ummah means nation or community. It's the concept that worldwide we as Muslims all form one family, united not by blood but by faith. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that the believers are like bricks in a single building, each one reinforcing the other. Muslims are encouraged to help and support one another, not only through prayer, but also through action.
هي اهتمام ومراعاة ومساعدة كل ما هو محتاج من الناس اللي حواليك أو من الناس اللي موجودة في المجتمع الإسلامي. بحاول أن أكون دايما مثال كويس لهم.
It's important to be a role model because the moments where you doubt yourself as a human, when you remember somebody who you look up to, it kind of gives you an extra sense of motivation.
Hello. Yes.
Thank you. To be like, there's somebody else who's similar to me, who holds my values, who is a Muslim just like me.
في عدد من اللاعبين المسلمين لهم صورة إيجابية عالمياً، هذا يزيد من الأمة، من أفراد الأمة الإحساس بالافتخار. فنفس الشيء اللاعب يأخذ قوته من الأمة إذا كان يتخذ الإجراء الصحيح، القدوة الصحيحة والأخلاق العالية، يكون نموذج لكل المسلمين والمسلمات من الصغار إلى الكبار.
A lot of people, they say it's very easy to get where I am. It's not, it's very hard. You have to put work in, you have to make sacrifices. I want to become undisputed. I want to become world champion. I want to stay undefeated. I want to be a big, massive name for the Islamic community. If I always keep Islam in my head, no one can stop me from doing anything. British Pakistani. I grew up in Slough, which was very Islamic. My mum and dad are very religious. My dad put me in the Islamic school. So they'd get me up at 7 a.m. teaching me Quran. I was a very bad kid, very hyperactive, very naughty, very cheeky. I used to mess about all the time. My energy, I couldn't control it.
Adam, as a child, he was very challenging compared to all my other children. He was the most challenging. He was very hyperactive growing up, always banging his head and jumping from pillar to post and hanging out the windows on the top floor of the house. We took him to a doctor. He gave me the advice to put him into some sport to channel his energy.
I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD, but I know I had it. Doctor knew I probably had it. I still remember the day Dad took me to a boxing gym. I was 4 years old. My dad put the gloves on me and said, "All right, punch this bag." As soon as I started boxing, that was the moment, that's where I wanted to do it. My dad saw the talent I had, said to me, "Let's use it for something good."
He's never lost any fights in this country. And then obviously getting selected for England from the age of 12, 13. He's been successful in an area that we never thought he was, that he was going to be a boxer.
When I went to the amateur clubs, I'll be there 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. The last person to leave is always the one who's dedicated, and I used to be the last one every single time to leave that gym.
You good? Well done, mate. Great performance.
Anna first come to me when he was like 18 years of age, and I remember I was chatting away to him afterwards. He said, "I haven't eaten chocolate in 2 years." That, for a kid at that age, it just shows how much he loves the sport and where he wants to go in the sport. 22 years of age, he's already a European champion. He's making huge progress on the world stage of boxing at such a young age, and that is only down to dedication.
You have to put in the work in this boxing world. My role model was definitely Muhammad Ali, Khabib, and Amir Khan. They were practicing Muslims, they were legends in the sport, and they were very dedicated to the sport.
We have all of these hurdles to climb and jump over, but what we see in the gym is what he's really got and what he's made of. We see him when he's tired and when he's exhausted and when he's put himself through the miller. He's a phenomenal talent. I think he can be the new Amir Khan, and dare I say it, even better.
A lot of my mates, they like to go out a lot. It's not very boxing suitable. As a Muslim, it just clicks in my head. Like, I know that I'm not allowed to do these things. I don't gamble, I don't drink, I don't go to nightclubs, anything like that. When you don't do none of this stuff, you're untouchable. In the sport, you're untouchable.
When you've got a real strong faith, that can keep you disciplined, it can keep you on track. Adam believes that he's been put on the planet to serve a purpose and to box. You live by a standard. There's so many kids that go astray because they don't have that faith.
Losing, winning, drawing, everything happens for a reason in life because you might have something better planned.
I think religion is very good for your state of mind. It's very good to give you peace and allow you to be tranquil in a crazy business. You have routine, you have consistency, and you have performance every time you go out.
Before I go into that ring, we all get into a circle. We read a powerful dua, which is Ayatul Kursi.
The next bit I'm reciting is for Adam's protection. May he come back safely and his opponent. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahu la ilaha illallah wal hayyul qayyum. La ta'ala.
It just relieves everything. It makes you switched on.
Having religion, having God there, having Allah there that protects him. And, I mean, he doesn't just pray for his own success, but also prays for the health of his opponent as well. That type of character he shows is because of the religion. And I think if he keeps in that path, bringing religion into his daily life as a boxer, as an elite athlete, then he would succeed going forward as well.
In Islam, you have to give back. I want to help people. I'm a person who wants to put the graft in and be a role model for the kids. In Islam, you show respect to every single person, no matter what. You don't hate the person. Don't hate him, just keep respectful and keep grinding. This is my faith. I was born as a Muslim. I want to be the person who be known from Slough, going around winning titles, becoming world champion.
What does Zakat mean to you?
I feel in my heart that, you know, when I see other people struggling, I like to help them. You give like 2.5% to obviously of your wealth to the unfortunate people because it keeps you grounded as a level person as well. It keeps, you know, that you did a good deed as well. So Zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam where you have to do it, you know.
Regardless of where we are from, we address each other as brothers and sisters, meaning we look out for one another. This can take on various forms. Zakat is an obligation to all Muslims to give a portion of our annual wealth to those who are in need.
الزكاة طبعا حاجة مهمة جدا بالنسبة لي. إن أنت ربنا اداك الفرصة إنك تبقى لعيب كورة ويبقى معاك فلوس يمكن الناس الطبيعية مش تقدر توصل لها ويبقى عندك شهرة. فالزكاة بيبقى بالنسبة لي حاجة كبيرة إن أنا أرجع حاجة للناس. حبيب قلبي.
ده الفكرة منها من الزكاة إن الجميع يساعدوا بعض لتحسين المجتمع.
You have to help people out. If you're in a more fortunate position, you have to help out, whether that's money, whether that's physically, manual labor, whether that's emotionally, spiritually.
I think it's incredibly showing of how generous we are as a people. It shows that we're charitable. It shows that we're kind and we're thinking about others. It's part of who we are as a people.
It means that you help people in need. If everybody have this mindset in life, then the world was totally different.
Zakat. That's one of my favorite parts of Islam. You know, give back to the community, help as much as I can. We were raised that way all my life. My mom's always been really big on it.
It'll be Nadia Nadim. Can she keep her...
My life's not been always easy. I've been to the lowest of lows that you can be. But at the end of the day, I think there's a plan with everything. I believe in faith. And this is the path that was given to me by Allah. I grew up in Kabul, in Afghanistan. My mom, my father, and 4 siblings. A loving family. My father was general. When he entered the room, you could feel his aura. I would say like a James Bond type of person. Very intelligent, sharp, very athletic. And then I had my mom, who is extremely loving and made a home where we could be the way we are. You always hear adults talking. I remember conversations where they used to explain who Talibans are. When they gained power in Afghanistan, the horror that they brought with them was something that I'll never forget. My dad was taken by the Taliban. My mom was searching for him for a really long time. I think it was like 4 months. But at a certain point, someone had told her to stop searching for him because they took him to this desert where they used to take high-profile individuals and shot them in the head. And for a really long time, I didn't really believe that was actually happened. I guess I was still believing that he'd show up. I mean, I was, what, 10 years old? I had to protect my younger sisters, and I felt that I had to somehow be there for my mom. Because imagine being alone with 5 kids in a country where you are not allowed to do nothing. My mom decided that there was no future for us. And we need to leave the country to stay alive. So I always thought that I was like my dad. But then the older I got, I could see that I was more like my mom because my mom was a warrior. You know, one of those people who would never give up? I don't know how she got in contact with a human smuggler. We were transported with a minivan from Afghanistan through the Pakistani border. We were in Karachi, in this apartment complex with a lot of people. Our human smuggler was this little Pakistani dude. They were trying to find the fake passport that will match our profiles. And after a month and a half, he came, he's like, that's it, tomorrow you guys will be leaving. And next thing I knew, I was on a plane on my way out of the country. We arrived to Italy. The goal was for us to come to London because I had family there. In Milano, we were picked up by this East European dude. We drove, I don't know for how long, and at a certain point we stopped at a truck parking lot. They said if we were caught, you're gonna get in prison, they're gonna send you back. I remember looking at my mom. She was very religious, used to pray a lot. She took the youngest kid in her arms and we chased after my mom. Climbed up behind a truck. We were in a truck for 50 plus hours, gathered around my mom. And then he stopped, he said, "This is it, get out." It was around 4 or 5 a.m. Luckily, my mom found a guy who was walking his dog and asked him where we were, and he said that we were in Randers. It's like a northerly part of Denmark. And the experience definitely was terrifying. But at the same time, I felt like this calmness around because I felt I was close to my mom, and I've always believed in faith. I don't know if it's my way to cope with things. That, like, you know, God always has a plan for you. We were in a refugee camp. I'm very curious by nature. And very quickly we discovered that there was like these amazing football fields next to our camp. We were hanging out on the fences, me and my gang, my crew. It was me, my sister, and a couple of other kids from Iraq. And you see these girls our age playing football and like wearing shorts and like having like matching jerseys. It was as if, you know, the sky opened up and God was like, "This is for you. Here you go, my child." I became obsessed with it. I wanted to be like that kid because she seemed really happy. She seemed free. I wanted to do the same thing. I still feel like I'm living my dream. And I feel so grateful because it wasn't really the cards that was dealt for me. But then at the same time, I'm like, maybe it was. Maybe that was all God's plan. I'm really high on volunteer work, giving back to the community. I do a lot of work with refugees.
I really love the work that they do. C'est bien les gars, c'est bien, avec le gauche. You know, they try to make it as easy as possible for them to have a good start in their new lives. Having sport a part of it to create a community for them. You know, it's a lot of things that I can relate to.
So I went and visited a refugee/evacuee camp in Qatar. All of them were evacuated from Afghanistan when the Taliban gained power again. Somehow, maybe I give them a bit of hope. I was a refugee kid, I'm a Muslim, and I play football. If I can do it, you can too. So in that way, it's about igniting some kind of dream. Zakat. I've always done it all my life, I still do it. But especially under my mom's passing, we intensified it a lot. We're sending a lot to Afghanistan. For us, it's really normal. Like, you have to do it. Zakat's like one of the 5 pillars, you know? It's a cool thing because I was on the other side at a certain point, and other people were doing it for us. Islam is about helping.
Wow. This is so nice.
Hence also the reason, I guess, my drive to be successful so I can do more. Everything that I've learned in religion, treat people with respect, don't harm others, help someone who's in need, do charity, do good. And hopefully one day, inshallah, we'll be in a place where we can do way more. That's the goal.
Regardless of wealth, regardless of being in the public eye or not, sports stars remain equal players in the stakes of the Ummah. cared for by the community and with the same responsibilities as the community towards everybody else. Zakat is one of the pillars of Islam that demonstrates that responsibility. Another important aspect and critical pillar of Islam is fasting, which is called Sawm.
There's two sides of fasting. There's the physical side of cleansing your body, and for me, the spiritual side. I've had probably 2 of my best months as a footballer fasting.
الأمر بيكون صعب بالنسبة طبعا للرياضيين، أنا متأكد من كده، ولكن أظن الصيام جزء كبير من حياتنا ما نقدرش نستغنى عنه حتى إذا كان صعب، إحنا ما زلنا بنشارك فيه.
دلوقتي بقى في وعي كبير إنك في لعيبة صايمة، فأنت لازم تاخد بالك من اللعيبة.
With athletes relying on performing at the highest level, there's no doubt that fasting can be uniquely challenging, especially to them. And as we further understand the connection between their faith and their careers, we'll not only identify those challenges, but learn how they overcome them.